This here is Uncle Jeff with HK47. We are admins from the ABC page, otherwise known as the Anti-Brony Coalition on Facebook. And right here we have a bit of a, I can't call it an anniversary, but I guess a little bit of a special treat here, given that we're going back to revisit the first episode I ever watched of the show, and it's actually going to be HK's here, first episode. Am I correct on that?
Statement. This is not a good feeling for me right now.
Exactly. I don't think it's a good feeling for any of us because originally, when I first planned on watching this, I was actually thinking that maybe I could get into the whole brony craze and maybe I would actually enjoy this. So I went into it with a positive mindset. Although, admittedly, at the time I had to watch. I mean, I had to play Halo Reach to try and get through it. Although admittedly Halo Reach wasn't actually that was actually bad. The episode I just this is it. This is what the big hype is all about. So but in your case, we'll get it from a different perspective. That we'll see if you had any of the same reactions I sort of had. I
Yeah,
don't know.
this will be my first time giving it a shot at all because for me with this show, it's basically become the same thing with me and what it's become with me and shows like Naruto, Bleach, Death Note. It's become so big that it's just I see it everywhere too much. I see it everywhere on the internet. I see people coming in cosplaying or wearing merchandise, and I see it so much that it annoys me to the point where I start to hate it. And I've even liked Naruto before this all happened. And during high school, whenever I would go to school, I would have some of my friends calling me characters like Jiraiya or something like that. I'm like, wow, you people are obsessed. And it's basically with this show, it's become the same idea. People having bad attitude over it, people constantly, referring to themselves as the characters or using terms from the shows, wearing the merchandise everywhere when it's really not necessary. It's I don't want to say it's become a hipster thing with me, but it, I have
That's
no
probably
other
a fair
way to
comparison.
describe it.
That's probably a fair comparison.
I'm gonna call it right now. As soon as we're done with this, as soon as people start seeing it, the bronies are gonna start saying you started on the wrong episode. I'm calling that right now.
Okay, yeah, all right. I know I've illuminated a bit on why I picked this episode to watch, but well, excuse me, that I picked this episode to watch, but not necessarily why. I'll try and be brief on it. Seeing a bunch of like 2 or 3 second clips on YouTube, I thought I might like Luna's character, so I thought, okay, I'm going to pick this one because she's in it. That completely did not turn out the way I expected it. But but in regards to the whole idea that you picked the wrong episode, look, all right, let's get this out of the way, Bronies. Your show is episodic, okay? There's
Eh,
not some. This is not like Breaking Bad where I'm jumping midway into season 3. We're not doing that. The show basically has is in its own little bubble for most episodes. You might have the 2 or 3 part arc or something like this. Like,
there's basically no real chronological order to it. Is when you say episodic because when Fox has done shows like Foster's and Powerpuff Girls, and those shows don't exactly have any sort of chronological order to them. They're just stories each in and of themselves. You
right.
can split them all apart into their own stories, and it would make just as much sense.
Yeah. Do you want to make any predictions here? Like anything you expect to happen? Because
Um,
this is the Halloween episode, so.
the only thing I can predict is there's a friend of mine who has showed me a clip of apparently what was supposed to be. Uh, I think the character is like Trixie or something like that. It's some very bright blue magic user or some crap like that. And the clip that I saw of like 30 seconds was it basically showed me that the character is really obnoxious. And that could be my only prediction is that the characters are going to be very obnoxious.
Yes. Oh, that was quick.
Come on, Twilight. We're gonna be late for the Nightmare Night Festival. Huh?
I've had 30.
Are you?
I'll sparkly, the shiny.
Grandpa from Ponyville Retirement Village?
Getting a buffering issue.
Star Swirl of
Buffer
Music.
energy. Need me to pause?
No,
Father of the animal
Okay.
magic spell?
it's good now.
Did you even read that book I gave you about obscure unicorn history?
That's okay. This all feels obscure to me, anyways. Well, at least they made a little parody of that, I guess. The little Halloween tune.
Oh, what the hell? Oh,
It's the scariest thing in the whole Halloween.
dude. Oh, that thing looks like it shouldn't be alive.
What the? I forgot there was like, is that supposed to be a dog? I mean, it's got the little spot. Maybe is that even his name? I think his name is Spot.
What the
He's
fuck?
British. Oh gosh, it's you. See, I wonder that joke was exactly aimed at. The idea of being too old for candy. I could see that being aimed at adults, so to speak, but then again, what kind of adult that would be watching this actually goes out on Halloween?
Alright, I'm just gonna say this now. Of all the Lauren Foss things that I've seen most of Powerpuff Girls, if not all of it. I've seen all of Foster's. Of everything she's done, none of those characters, except maybe Blue, was as obnoxious as this.
Oh, but don't you want to be
Just that opening scene was scary as hell. Seeing that old green thing, and just those 3 main characters was.
I don't think I must have missed it when they actually. We were probably just talking over it. When I guess Spike says that he is dressed up as a dragon.
Hilarious.
Insert Captain Obvious there. Oh, this is. Oh, there's one foul. There she is. Okay. All right. There we go. Welcome to hell. I'm guessing the main thing they could really come up with here is to dress up horses as other animals. Hooray. Although there's a devil there and a ghost.
Maybe you should start up a pony group to teach ponies about history. I bet every pony would love it. Don't you, Spike?
So we're talking about starting up a history club right in the middle of I guess you could say celebration here, a little hurrah, little festival.
This kid needs a slow. What the fuck? Is that a ninja?
No, no, it's not.
Oh jeez, it's supposed to be a superhero.
Rainbow Dash, that wasn't very nice. Lighten up, old timer. This is the best night of the year.
Holy crap, she sounds like the biggest lesbian I've ever heard.
Yeah. No, I hate to say it, but I guess she's dressed like one right now, isn't she?
No, if she's dressed like anything, she's probably trying to dress as a dominatrix.
See, I think they're trying to play her out as the idea that on Halloween night a lot of people just go out and commit pranks. But okay, I don't remember the idea of shooting a lightning bolt at someone's ass as being more of a prank. That's just more just being an ass.
I don't know. I'm not sure, or if I don't even remember if pulling pranks on preps and pretty girls like that is a fun thing. Oh,
there's the Derpy little cameo.
Great.
Don't worry, she's dead now.
Wasn't it supposed to be a fan-made thing that they decided to put in?
Yep, that was her little 2 seconds right there. I don't know if this was back then, but I'm sure all of Tumblr just exploded over that. All of Tumblr and Reddit. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys! They finally did it! They put her in! It was magical! Was as magical for you, HK, as it was for me? What the hell? Oh, right, that's supposed to be the zebra.
And very soon, you'll hear the tale of Nightmare Moon.
Is that a fucking zebra?
Yep. She's like, I get she's like the only one in the entire universe.
Okay, there's a question I have to bring up. Why the hell are there so many regular ponies, if that's what they're supposed to be, even though they look like mutated and neon-colored cats that look like their paws are cut off and made into stubs? Why are so many of these things supposed to be ponies, and then there's quite a few of them that look like unicorns and Pegasus and shit? It's like, If you call it one thing, stick to that one thing.
Okay, sorry about that. We had a bit of a problem there.
Yeah.
So continuing on.
Let's
See,
see.
this was actually the one part actually thought was admirable because they go into quite a bit of depth trying to set up their own little universe reason. I guess the reason of how Halloween works in the show. But the thing that I remember is that nothing happens. They never play on it. Nothing gets done with it. I mean, look at this. They've been trying to illustrate exactly what is behind this holiday for like what, a good minute. Okay, I must have missed the part when they put up the sacrificial treat of candy to appease.
What's your time at right now?
I got 612.
Holy crap, I'm still at 550.
It's not really intermission music.
Timing went off there.
Oh no. I'm gonna have to stop this greatness. What are you holding me back? So, you got Dracula ponies leading the charge of something there. Now I'm a
By
little.
the way,
What's
quick
that?
note, that kid that we said looks like Spot or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There is.
I know it's a child actor, but you could at least put some effort in.
Maybe it was Lauren Faust's nephew or something. It's like, oh shit, we need someone to be able to fill in this role. Who can we get? Johnny, will you do it? The fate of the world depends on your hands.
Oh Jesus, it's this character.
No, that was supposed to be the one. Oh gosh.
Princess Luna.
I'm confused. Maybe it's just because I didn't see the beginning of how she came about. But why is she excited? Didn't they fight her? Oh, that smirk. And it speaks. This is when I first should have realized I was going to be in trouble.
I don't know, just the idea that they're having to put an echo into that voice is already a sign of trouble.
Yep.
A pony who desires your love and admiration. Together we shall change this dreadful celebration into a bright and glorious feast!
Translation, this holiday is all about me.
Yep. And keep note here how as if everyone seems legitimately scared. I know that plays into the end here. Oh, now she's talking normal. What? The one time when everybody's off in the distance, I mean, you think it's like, wait, come back! You know what? Given your little cat analogy earlier, the idea of one looking dressed up as a mouse, kind of ironic. That's the most that's the most creative thing here, and we had to put in our own little whimsical reasoning here.
I feel like I've heard this character's voice before.
I don't know who plays her.
Thank God for IMDb on a smartphone.
Okay, because you know you don't wanna miss this.
No, she's not. I saw the elements of harmony change her back to good. It seems like
Oh, is that how that was supposed to play out? Okay, well, fine.
Yeah.
I'll go with it because sure, you know, friendship that changes, you know, people's hearts. We got it.
Because, you know, the show totally doesn't have the subtitle Friendship is Magic.
Now wait a minute here. Dude, wasn't there like a pile of candy there before? Now there's like just the one that she's pushing around, or is that just so we can go, oh, there's no so lonely. My feels. HK my feels. Why the fuck is she talking like that? Just in general right here.
And that was a good thing, right?
But of course, we could not be happier. Is that not clear?
Well, you kind of sound like you're yelling at me.
But this is the traditional royal Canterlot voice. It is
Canterlot? The hell?
It's a thing, apparently.
Nah, I won't question it. I'll just go along with this. I don't think I'm gonna be getting into this anymore after this.
Yeah, I think we should just wing it.
Might explain why your appearance was met with mixed results. I think if you
I get the idea that they're trying to play off that she's playing on the royal we, and that and although I could buy it just as well as she's just insane.
Oh, we have been locked away for 1,000 years.
And she says, we've been locked away for 1,000 years. Me and my imaginary friend here. You know, she came along to the moon too. Some short time after I came out there. She was my only friend for 1,000 years.
Oh, wait! No candy here! This year's no welcome on Nightmare Night!
Haha, haha. It's funny because Fluttershy's supposed to be all sweet and did nothing, and now she's yelling. Yep. Funny.
Oh, the power of fear and shy.
See, I think this was back during the day where basically the writers just basically not only just abused, they flat out raped the idea of yep, she's sweet, she's cute and sweet, so she's very quiet, and instead made her into basically a loudmouth and even a bitch.
I don't get it. Did she go in there and basically just kick her ass up and down the house?
Oh no! I mean, come on. This is this is such an epic show. So they would have showed that.
Because the show was animation as well, flash animation is this.
As basic as it is. It got hurt.
I'm sorry,
It
Lauren.
amuses me.
I'm sorry, Lauren Frost. I'm a huge fan of yours, but this is. I'm not sure if this is just you trying to make your own imagination of the toy that you've been a childhood fan of, but this is. I feel like they're trying to kill her.
Well, apparently that's what this one thinks. You know, it's not like as if she hugged her, like as if we started hearing like the old sitcom idea of just. Well, see, now they can't hear you.
Come on, princess. Time for plan B.
Call me dense, but yeah, dress her up as a chicken and then have her act like a chicken. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, this show is so clever, and it's just so clever. Are we gonna have the mouse looking one squeak? What? You know, I find it. How come everyone's afraid, including the devil over there? I mean,
I don't know.
Are we not playing on a joke there? The rebel.
Why does she not have the common sense to just call a town meeting or something like that on that stage and just say, "Hey, I'm not here to scare the living crap out of you people."
But that would ruin the plot. We can't go and do that with logic. But see, this is why I can get away with little girl, because they're not thinking about this. I understand that. I get that they're trying to get to a. No, actually, I don't think they were planning on that in this. I think they were just kind of winging it. I was gonna say that they were working towards a moral, but you pretty much get where this is going, more or less. Like that's the thing with this show. You overall get the overall formula going. You know what you can pretty much guess that there's what the lesson is going to be towards the end, at least for the most part.
Your princess enjoys this. Fun. In what other ways may we experience it?
Because I'm sure in no shape or form up on the moon she ever experienced the fun.
I don't know. I personally would like to make a game of trying to catch meteors slamming into the moon.
Just in
I
flight.
ask that thou call us me Luna, fair Applejack.
See now.
Villagers, all of you, call me Luna.
So before it was all over the idea of, respect me. Respect my authority, plebeians. I am a princess. But now it's just refer to me as as a commoner there. Didn't. So, of course, no, everyone else, yeah, okay, I get it, everyone else has to be so stupid that they didn't realize he was trying to save her. Yep.
Yeah, still running that chicken joke with her, huh?
Yep. Never, it hasn't gotten old.
Yep.
Oh, but we're a little more than halfway through, so of course, it's not old.
Oh, shit, we are. Huh. Awesome.
Not enough fun for you? What say you to this?
Yes, because that is the logical response anyone would have. Just to utterly, just completely destroy everything. Yep, that's fun. That would be fun, actually.
How many points do I receive?
You got a lot of negative points here, especially with me. Statement: HK47 is not amused.
I'm kind of amused. This is just that.
This is so
Yep.
bad. It's kind of entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, the logic, it is flawless.
It's almost like watching The Room. It's just like it's so bad that it's you actually have to watch it.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Almost like
Well,
that.
okay, yeah, I get your point. I get your point. I'm sitting here thinking this is just like every typical sitcom or movie, anything of that sort, where this would all be avoided if someone just actually rationally talked it out instead of, I don't know, looking fucking insane. Yeah, and look how actually petrified they are. I know I keep bringing, this is the second time I brought it up. Just remember that.
Commercial break.
Oh, okay. Am I dead yet?
Yeah.
Reset
Yeah.
my pulse. Nope.
Shit.
Nope, still here. Sorry.
Damn it.
You're so close.
Oh my god, it's, gonna be so bad to be. Uh,
Yeah, I forgot that she made him cry.
oh, yeah, lecture her. That's really gonna do a lot to basically what's supposed to be, Satan.
Well, yeah.
So this whole time I've been watching this, I've also been looking for the voice actress. Um, done a lot of Barbie, done a little of Pet Shop, done a few episodes of Voltron Force,
Clearly
and
you saw it from Barbie.
a Care Bears movie.
I take it back. Look at
More.
this them all crying.
Uh,
Just, just still sitting
thank you.
around.
The chicken gag has, been done to death now. Thank you.
This really sums up the show in a nutshell. I mean, just overused gags. In fact, hell, what am I talking about? The very first scene really shows the show's originality and creativity. Let's
Yeah,
have the dragon dressed up as a dragon.
I remember.
Genius!
I remember watching a session of Uncle Yo. I think it was at Otakon or something like that. I think it was
Yeah.
something in New York. He was talking about these different characters, and if I remember, he said that the pink one would actually be the one out of all of them who would basically OD on crack or drink themselves to death.
Yeah.
Just that much of a party girl or some crap. I'm like, now that I'm looking at this, that basically hits it on the nail, or hits the nail on the
What?
head.
What? What's the point in that? Oh, okay. Alright.
Oh, gee, you still haven't disappeared, have you?
She just thought that was great. She found him.
And she definitely doesn't want to gobble you up.
Now listen to this.
Well, duh. Huh? I know that. Sheesh, Twilight, I'm almost as big as
Uh,
her. How she can gobble me up? So why do you keep running away and screaming? Sometimes it's just really fun to be scared.
You hear that?
Right.
That's the lesson here.
Because the entire town being legitimately scared out of their minds is fun, isn't it?
Well, see, this is
I need more
the
fun.
point where I think the writers just went, "Oh shit, we only got a couple minutes left, and we need to figure out more. We gotta finish this up." What, what can we do?
Shit.
Yeah, and here are the ones that we know are crying and everything, truly devastated. Their whole night's ruined.
You still have candy left to give, so Nightmare Moon might.
See, that's the scariest thing
Is that
here.
supposed to be an African or Jamaican accent?
It's sure. It's something. It's an attempt at something.
Now that I'm looking at this animation more, I'm realizing if you have you ever played Adventure Quest?
No, not that good.
Yeah, there's uh, it's Adventure Quest and I think it was Dragon something. I don't remember, but
Oh,
they're
the
games made
sacrificial
by
candidate.
those people. The gameplay animations for that is it basically looks a lot like this.
Yeah, and it's just that
And I'm sorry,
basic.
I do know that the animators are trying, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it's good.
Yes, let's dress up like I guess you could say, antithesis of what everyone thought you were.
Mm. Totally doesn't. That really helps your good side, doesn't it?
Yep, just wait. You heard Twilight, just wait.
Princess Luna, I know there's not going to be any more nightmare night, but do you suppose suppose maybe you could come back next year and scare us again anyway?
This was so forced.
That was so bad I couldn't even take my last shot of rum.
Nightmare night is my favorite night of the year.
Yep, you hear that? After being utterly destroyed earlier. No, it's my favorite night ever.
I want to cry.
It's the best day ever.
I want to cry.
See? They really do like you, Princess.
For no reason at all but convenience.
I mean, oh, most wonderful of nights.
Gee, 1,000 years and you couldn't work on controlling that echoing voice of yours, couldn't you?
Nope.
I didn't know anything
But
about
I think that was, I mean, she had to yell down to earth. I mean, surely that's how it works. You
your
know,
sister.
gotta communicate.
She taught me that one of the best things you can do with friendship is to give it to others and help them find it themselves. And I'm happy to report that all of Ponyville has learned that even if some ponies seem
You know what? Here's a
to
question.
Hmm.
During this
Hold
whole,
on.
what's that?
friendship, you'll discover a whole new pony underneath.
Here's a quick question
Okay.
here.
And
Just
even if my
where was Celestia in the whole damn thing of this? You don't think that would is like I'm just gonna go with my whatever sister or whatever, just go down the Earth, whatever this is, and just
Oh,
be able to
gee.
try.
The last minute karma of the episode, huh?
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. It's hilarious. Okay.
that last monologue that I think it was Twilight made, yeah, you would think a lot of bronies would actually be able to take a lesson from that.
What specifically?
That last minute monologue that
I
she was
must have
making.
been focused on something else. What do you mean? I must have missed it.
I think it was after that little talk in the forest in that last bit.
She taught me that one of the best things you can do with friendship is to give it to others and help them find it themselves.
Of all the damn things that the bronies can actually take from the damn show, steal, rip off, and utterly abuse it to the point where it has no meaning anymore, why couldn't they actually do something with that?
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. No, it's more about, but of course we're talking about the fandom of me, myself, and I. So, I mean, the idea.
The fandom that blew one show completely out of proportion, more so than fans of Walking Dead or Breaking Bad ever did.
Yeah, you think at the very least this whole idea of like if you're actually going to revolve your fandom around something that's supposedly about friendship, at the very least in the title, that the idea of like let's try and actually spread friendship and that sort of thing instead of like I don't know calling each other a tranny or telling them it's because their view on derpy hooves or something or telling them that or basically ostracizing them if they have any sort of differing opinion on anything. But none the least if they actually were to leave the fandom, that like a true friend, it's like oh okay well you may have left our little group here but we can still be friends. Nine sir. You have left. You have left the cause. You have gone here the cause. You betrayed us all. You must be punished for treason. No, you don't have anything like that. You don't have any sense of spreading friendship. Although I guess the idea that they can have fun with living in fear, sure. I mean they fear anything that is in contrary to what they think about themselves is utterly terrifying. It's like, well, I guess anything that would burst your little bubble, you know, your little security bubble you live in, the idea that you're so perfect and flawless because you watch this not perfect and clearly flawed show.
Yeah,
Now,
watching that, I realized, yeah, just as I called in the beginning, yeah, the characters are all very obnoxious. They scream, some of them scream every line they get, and then when they're not screaming, they're saying something completely stupid. Yeah, case in point, that pink one.
the pink one, yes. Let's see. All right. Let's try and give an overall analysis here. Overall, yeah. Okay. So we got that. Um, I said before, I thought going into this I was gonna like Luna's character, but in the end it just became very obnoxious. It's almost like as if that they just couldn't figure out what. I guess her character just kind of flowed with whatever the writers needed, the episode to go. Oh, she's gonna be loud and obnoxious here, but really deep down on the inside, she's really just this shy creature who wants to make friends.
The
Oh,
puppet just fit what we want.
she wants to be acknowledged as this great and powerful princess that even uses the royal we. Oh no, she wants everyone to just basically think of her as one of, just like one of them. It's it's okay for a show that's aimed at a prepubescent audience. It's mediocre in that sense. I don't. It's harmless in that sense, but it's not 6-year-old girls who are flaunting this about as being such a great and amazing show that if you don't watch it, you're missing out on something that it's like you're not complete without it, or they're not complete without it. That's what it really boils down to in the end, and that's why I mean this isn't what I took away from originally watching it, but now looking back on it, it's just as you said. I mean, characters being
Yeah.
obnoxious is one thing, and we're supposed to, yeah, they be able to. I think the whole point in Lauren Faust being able to make ponies was supposedly all sorts of different personalities, was that you could be able to, kind of attach yourself to one. Like, oh, I'm the eccentric, quirky, never shuts the fuck up little child. So therefore, I'm going to relate to the character that has the running gag of being a chicken.
I'll give them this. I know I do kind of see what they're trying to do with the episode. I see what they're trying to do with that character and trying to get her to be likable amongst everybody, but the problem I'm having is even if it's a child show, you still need to have some common sense to it.
Yes,
Otherwise,
yes.
what value does it have to just sit there, watch something for 30 minutes, and then completely forget what was going on? This
I
does
mean,
beg the question, if it's such a basic show for kids, why do they need to feel the need to blow it so out of proportion?
well,
It's,
it,
yeah.
I think it's a part of who they are. It's not so much blowing the show out of proportion. It's the idea of blowing themselves out of proportion, and the fact that I feel so great that I'm a part of something that is so different, so to speak.
Yeah.
But the irony is like as we're noticing here, is that the show is anything but really unique and different. The, it is
Uh,
basically every formula, I guess you could say, every basic like child show formula is very 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 traditional. But it, instead of like human characters or something like that, it's just got ponies. That's really the only real difference I see here.
and we got to remember this show is based on a toy line that has been around since the early 80s. And you remember Lauren Frost would have been about, I think she was about 10 years old by the time this toy line first started coming out. So when it comes out now, I can see her sitting at her desk going, you know what? I really enjoyed these toys when I was a kid. And since I'm a professional writer and director and all that of shows made for major TV networks, I might as well do something with what I love. Okay, I can see what you're doing there. But it's like there's some things that you at least should try and do that's not this. This
It's
is
just
just painful, really.
it almost makes you think, if she was so passionate about this, where is the passion? Where do you see that in the show?
The fact that it's gone on for about 2 or 3 seasons now, even though she was ripped off of it about season one, I think, if I remember reading it.
I'm not sure. I think she left. I think.
I don't
I could.
remember.
Okay, yeah, I mean it's I know there are bronies out there just gonna be just looking at this. That you're just looking at it from a hater's point of view, but honestly, most credit I can give it, and just try and be fair, is that it is just so basic. It's just very traditional. there's really nothing really unique that stands out to it. The thing that I liked the most about it, as I pointed out before, was that I liked how much effort they tried to put into creating the story behind this universe. Well, I hate to say that, but around the show's universe idea behind Halloween and that sort of thing. But they never really play on that ever. It is
Yeah.
like you wasted a good minute of actual thought and creativity, and it was nothing but for show within a show.
It's like,
That really wasn't much of a show.
we know we gave you something very big and important, but here's a what if just to fuck with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, so forget that for a moment. Now we're gonna go and play the cliched way of the misunderstood nice guy, so to speak, that everyone thinks is a monster. It's almost like the Frankenstein effect, so to speak. Everyone thinks is a monster out to kill him, but in fact, he just wants friends. I I get that for a children's show. I get that, but you had that build up that really led to nothing. And it's not the way that Bernie Flake make it out to be. It's not that it's just a child. They don't use that unless it's just the idea that I guess as you're criticizing it now, that I'm sure there are people going to be commenting on this. Oh, you're rambling on about this it's just a children's show. Get over
Yeah,
it.
you
But
started on the wrong episode, and it's like, who the hell cares? The whole show is just a show. Why do I need to obsess over it?
well, I mean, even when I watched the first episode, they said that I didn't watch enough, and it's like, no, that's okay. Look, and then the idea behind this is solely that Bronies, particularly, at least they particularly used to say, that just watch one episode and you'll get hooked. Well,
Right. And this is me personally speaking. This isn't me coming in just to bash on the show. This is me coming in thinking this could, I'm not gonna have any of the fandom here to, you know, constantly speak into my ear about everything, saying, "Oh, this is gonna be the greatest thing around." But this is me coming in, giving it an actual chance, and still not liking it. So if you're gonna rip on me about not liking it still, you know what? That's gonna be a personal problem. But for
and
me, I just can't get into it.
and while we're mentioning that, Bernie should also remember that that was the same impression I had going into this. This was me thinking I was going to become a Brony. I was going to like this, and it was the episode, and that it really just went the complete other way. That I This episode just completely turned me off to the whole thing altogether, and it just, I guess you could say, shut that door for what I thought was going to be for good. It's like, okay, I'm done with this. And quite frankly, the whole idea that just one episode is all it takes, quite frankly, it's, I guess
BS.
we are, and maybe we are just glitches in the Matrix. How about that?